Right, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? All right. Sorry, just trying to get everything set up here. Sean, 30 months, man. It's crazy we've been doing it for that long, right? Crazy, 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 crazy. All right, sound is good. Sound is as good as it's going to be. Yeah, my voice is shot today. I was like half debating not coming on today because markets are, more or less just preparing for one thing later this afternoon. So we'll see what we could really kind of pull. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Between allergies and just everything else, it's like, man, I've just been struggling trying to get this voice back. Um, yeah, it's definitely a rough day. It's much deeper than it normally is. Um, all right, so um, yeah, so markets are going to be. These are always the days that you hate, just because we already know what's coming later on today. I actually don't expect too much movement after the year announcement. I kind of, I mean, unless there's a surprise based off of what it is, I think they've telegraphed 0.25 so much at this point. I'm sorry, point 0.5. I think it is what it is. So it's just gonna be a slower bit of a day. There is some headlines I think we should talk about. Not so much in play today, but kind of things that we have coming. I love this one. I think this Goldman one is absolutely hysterical. The fact that a guy with the surname Ma got arrested and Alibaba dropped 9.4%. Um, and it's funny because the guy got arrested for colluding with overseas things and inciting secession and inciting subversion of state power, like all the things that Jack actually does. So it was like such a believable story, right? It was such a believable story that 9.4%, $26 billion, right? $26 billion is gone. It's absolutely hysterical. Like, like some of the things it's yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's that. I think this gold one, and again, I've been talking about this. It shouldn't be new, but a gentleman that again, I've been talking about how bad this is, and things like that. But the World Bank's former chief economist is talking about this, about the dollar needs to be replaced. The World Bank, right? This is not like you know Pop's local, regional bank here. This is the World Bank, right? The recent backlash of U.S. weaponization of the dollar against Russia. I've been talking about how bad this is, and it's just unbelievable. And yeah, and it's funny. The article here is like talks about the reserve currency status does not last forever. Portugal had it, Spain had it, Netherlands had it, France had it, Britain had it, United States has it. And again, the question is who will take it next, because we're definitely losing it. And only person we can blame for it is Biden and his administration. So it's going to make our lives definitely financially more difficult. And I'm sure it'll get blamed on somebody else, but this is solely it's gone directly right on Biden. He's the one that decided to, of all the sanctions we tried to use, you know, using the dollar as one, as trying to be the world currency. Yeah, solely on his shoulders. There's no way you're going to change my mind. And again, he's the one that did this, weaponized it. Again, there's plenty of things you could have done with tariffs without weaponizing it. Again, FBI yesterday said that China is the biggest threat going further, going forward. The intellectual property theft, everything else that they do. By the way, that's also supported by our trade balance now is getting so high. We are so reliant upon other people. And again, this is going to be a huge problem when all of a sudden the dollar's not worth peanuts. Now we have to buy this much goods from other people at 4 times the prices. Good luck. So, yeah, not great. Anyway, this morning we have ISM, not going to be probably a huge mover. Um, yeah, we're going to see if my voice is going to hold or not. Crude oil, it should be interesting. I think crude oil may give us a little bit of play this morning. You can see right here, Jamie Dime. Jamie's, yeah, says Fed should have raised interest rates sooner. Yep, Jamie Dimon said that last year. So did Bullard, and so did most everybody else out there that had some type of a clue. Um, Yeah, so I don't know. A down draw of 3.4 would be pretty interesting. This kind of goes in line with what we've heard thus far from OPEC. OPEC Plus is basically saying the non-OPEC participants, they're doing less than what they were expected to do. They were forecasted to do more. It's lower, right? So they're not producing as much as they could. They just can't. They also said there's no way to replace oil. It's lovely that you guys just magically think that, you know, we can just, Russia, bad. We'll just get oil from somewhere else. It doesn't work that way. OPEC knows it. Putin knows it. The EU and Biden think that nope, it's not a big deal. We got you. We got you. Again, China, most people in the world, they also know, right? They also know. And again, we talked about replacing the dollar. China is now already starting to purchase 25% of its oil in Chinese currency. OPEC has now allowed it, as well as countries like Israel. Israel now has a reserve of Chinese currency. They sold dollars and purchased Chinese currency. So, yeah, dollar dominance is on the way out. But some of the things that they say in here, again, um, you know, they're Chinese lockdowns. They're suggesting that there could be a demand shock. If there's a demand shock in China, who's the largest customer, right? They have the most kind of forward-thinking kind of demand there. Um, why would OPEC Plus increase oil supply? Like, OPEC Plus already said we're not getting involved in politics, right? They said we're not getting involved in politics. We're looking at pure demand numbers. And if China's demand is going down, what is their motivation to produce more? They've already kind of made it very clear that they are not fans of the United States. The way that the United States has tried to manipulate things around, they're not fans of it. The story before of Biden reaching out to Saudi Arabia's president and being told to pound sand, and then Biden administration saying, no, 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 that's not true. No, 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 that wasn't the case. And then them saying, no, that was the case. We're not interested in talking to you about it. Just goes to show you that they cannot be trusted. And OPEC doesn't trust them. And yeah, so this is going to be interesting, and this is going to play out over the next 2 days. So we'll see where oil's going. And again, when they say capacity, OPEC is talking about oil, not natural gas. But natural gas prices today, $8.48. That is insane. I mean, last summer we were saying how crazy it was at 650. 848? Like, come on. That's even crazier. Look at this. No immediate ban, but I thought you guys were all ready to, look at this. Right? They're gonna meet again, but they were like, no, we're gonna ban them. They need us. And they're like, no, we don't need you. With prices as high as they are, we don't care. You can cut oil out. You still need their natural gas. You can cut their oil out, but you need natural gas, right? With natural gas at 840, you cut the oil out here, they're making it up. Remember, the normal price of oil is anywhere from like 180 to like 250. It's at $8. It's almost 4 or 5 times higher. He knows that you got to use it. Like I love this stuff. No, no, no. Ernest, I have so much to be triggered about right now. But it's fun triggering. It's fun triggering. It's fun triggering. Actually, Ernest, I'm loving the fact. Actually, my new thing besides oil, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I'm relishing in the triggering. No, I'm relishing in the triggering, just like the Supreme Court thing. Nobody's pissed that there was a data breach at the Supreme Court, right? I mean, our highest court in the world has a data breach, and nobody cares about that, right? It's like the same thing. You can illegally hack an email server. It doesn't matter what the data got, right? It's like, oh, wait, you hacked our server. Okay. But the data that we got from you said that you were doing illegal things. And they didn't bat an eye there. But now we're raising hell about it, right? Come on. Like, come on. Our highest court is getting hacked. There's a data leak at our highest court, and nobody has a problem with that? Yeah. And don't be pissed at the result when you're not concerned about the cause, is all I'm saying, right? All I'm saying. Don't be pissed at the result. You knew this was coming. I'm pissed about it. Megatonga, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you should be pissed. It's a data breach at our highest level, and the fact that people think that that is okay, they should find out where the data breach came from and take care of it, in my eyes. It's the same thing. The FBI, there should not be documents leaked from the FBI. It should be considered treason if it's a top secret document and it was released. The person should be found and tried for treason. That's what you do, but the side in power is in control of it. So, and same thing, I'm not going to say whether I agree or don't agree with the Supreme Court. And again, it's not out yet. It was just written. Maybe it was just out there to piss people off. Who knows? You know, but at the same time, if you think how the chess game was played, what did the Democrats do? They slammed through Obamacare with 40,000 pages overnight before anybody could actually look at it, and it led to the largest swing in history of the Senate, and it cost them to lose power. That cost put the people in power that are there now. And now they're paying the price for that legislation. The difference is the Republicans kind of played this deal a little bit better. What did they do? They put people in the Supreme Court that don't have votes. They're on lifetime appointments. So there's not really anything that you can do about it. So again, well played. GG, good game. They're talking about removing other things as well, and there's nothing that they can do. They got outmaneuvered. So this is what happens with polarizing bills. Things need to be bipartisan. If not, this is what you have. You have a contest back and forth. So, I mean, I'm not saying I support it or, approve of it. I'm just saying you can't be surprised when you were outmaneuvered. You got played. It's politics. That's why we need more than two parties. No if and or buts. We need more than two parties. Got to have more people working together, not one side versus the other. And we're just, when you spend half your time erasing the policies of the other side, that's not progress. We need progress. You know, um, Matanga, I want to say right now, I 100% agree with what you just said. I think that's absolutely, it is dead on. Again, I'm not a tinfoil hat wearer, but absolutely, they've proven that you cannot trust them when parties are rigging elections for their chosen people. Like, I'm not a Bernie fan, but Bernie got completely screwed, and it was proven, and nothing happened about it. There was election fraud done, and nothing happened from it. And if you allow it at that level, you're going to allow it at all levels. You know, I don't think, like I said, I believe, and my personal belief is, did Biden, if you count the votes, did Biden win? Absolutely. He won if you count the votes. Was there fraud and, is there some sketchy things happening? Yes. Was there things with fundraising? Was there things with social media blocking Republican posts? Absolutely. It's been proven. So at the end of the day, did you count the votes? Did he win? Yes. Was there things that could be considered questionable if more light was brought to them? Absolutely, 100%. Do I care that Russia interfered with our election? Nope, because we interfere in Russia's elections. We interfere in countries all the time. It's called you can't be pissed that it happened to us when we do it to other people. It's the same thing. I don't do the hypocrite thing. So that's my problem. Um, no, it's probably been longer for that. Since the beginning, there's always been like basically two dominant parties. We need more, right? We need more. But it's so funny, all these people, it's like, oh, Trump's gonna, they're gonna riot. Really? Because you rioted. I mean, how many billions of dollars was cost when Trump won? And he hadn't even done anything yet, and you're rioting, people rioted. And that was okay. That was justified. Like, where were the prosecutions back then? We didn't see prosecutions then. Very, 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 very few. But yet we're now 2 years into it and we're still looking to prosecute people for this one. I don't care. You know, it's a building to me. It's no different. Like, you destroy public property, you're a criminal, and there wasn't prosecution. So yeah, there's some really angry people out there. But you know, like I said, I feel bad for y'all. I'll just go to Canada. I'm just moving to Canada. Um, no, I mean, Matanga, I think there are so many other countries out there that do it better. Canada does it different. That Canada, there's, you know, the way that they do it makes a lot more sense. Look at the UK, the way that they do it with multiple parties out there. There's multiple voting thing. Like, honestly, if anything else, I believe that there should be an option on our ballots that basically say, I think all the candidates suck. I vote for none of them. And if the I vote for none of them wins, both parties have to reject those candidates and they have to go back and do another primary. Because I don't think Trump won. I think the I hate Hillary won. And I don't think Biden won. I think the I hate Trump won. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Right? There were more people that voted against Hillary than for Trump, and there were more people that voted against Trump than for Biden. Because I mean, in all honesty, Biden was not the most stellar candidate. The fact that that was the best the Democratic Party could do, yeah. So it is what it is. Can't change it now. Hopefully, it gets changed in the future. We have to be better. And if those are the best two candidates that the entire United States can come up with, it shows you the state that our nation is in right now. Do I think they both, do I think that Trump had some great policies? Yes. Is he extremely rough around the edges and polarizing? Hell yes. But I don't think he's wrong in the way that he handled China, and now we're letting China run free. I think that our policies have been wrong. And again, markets are, going to be the ones that, do it. Eki, Nevada hasn't on the above, but does it matter? Like, that's the thing I think they still pick somebody, right? Like, they may have the option, but I don't think that there's a repercussion if that's the choice, right? Yeah. So Yeah, Ernest, unfortunately, they're all so flat. My God, it's so flat. Anyway, that's all we got. FOMC is going to be at 2 o'clock today. Press conference. Honestly, I think the press conference today is going to go much farther than we'll provide more insight than the 2 p.m. result. I think this is coming at point 0.5. The point 0.2 obviously is going to send the market straight up in the air. If it is 0.25, buy everything you can as fast as you can. It's all going up. If it comes in at 0.75, which I think 0.75 has a better chance than the 0.25. In my eyes, I think that's what it should be is the 0.75. I think the markets will drop very, very fast. I think gold will tank very, very fast as well. Um, like I said, if I had to put, it's probably 80% that it's coming at 0.5, probably 15% that it's 0.75, and probably 5% that it's 0.25. Um, and that's kind of what it is. But I think it's dead on today. I think we're not going to have much movement. Biden speaking is going to be an absolutely nothing. He's just going to spout off more stuff. The press conference today is going to be the biggest mover. Um, and again, you will be able to position yourself after the fact at 2:30 today. I think some of the questions about what's coming next is really going to be the market mover. I expect them to say that and kind of affirm that we will have a point 0.5 again. That to me, the point 0.5 now isn't going to make a difference because it's just catching us up to where we should already be. The next point 0.5 will actually accelerate us ahead. It's not going the UK's 425s in a row, but again, this would be 2 raises in a row, 1% total. This is the money. This is the money trade today. Okay, is going to be the press conference. Obviously, the statement gets released here. He's going to be asked to clarify and kind of back up what their thinking is, and then we'll start to see headlines. So 2:30 is going to be the big play today. Tomorrow morning, early on, don't forget 7 a.m. we have the UK raising again. Now the UK is like, hey, wait a second, it's starting to hurt our economy. Where is it? There's actually a good statement on there. Depending on what the dollar does, I think there's some reversible potential later on, 5-6 o'clock today, with the pound dollar. Okay, where is it? 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 Probably passed it already. Anyway, people are. Oh, here it is. The risky fourth. Um, inflation is hitting a 30-year high, but they're already seeing a compression of their economy. Okay, so again, this would be the fourth one. They're at a record high, and the economy is being hurt, and it hasn't started to slow down inflation yet. Bad scenario, because you have to continue raising to control this record high, but it's already affecting it. So it's kind of like, all right, now we're worst case scenario at 4 times. This is kind of where we're going. So keep an eye on this, watch this, and listen to what Powell has to say today. Because again, they've already raised it. This is going to be 1 full percentage point raise. Our next raise is going to be 1 percentage point. It's not stopping their inflation and it's hurting their economy. So that's why 2:30 is so important because of this scenario playing out today. Okay. So again, we may get some reversals for tomorrow morning. Is what it's not really tomorrow morning, but tonight in the overnight European session, our Fed funds raised, and then we're going to play the reversal using the pound raise as well. And it's pretty much guaranteed that they are raising it. So it's already kind of baked in, but it gives a reason why you send money back towards the pound, right? Because again, now it's 1-to-1. Okay. And that's it. There's no other really stories of the morning. That's it. That's kind of our fun for the morning. As far as kind of where we go with charts, VIX, again, this is why there's not really much to talk about. The VIX is absolutely flatlined right now. It's low. It pulled lower for the VIX today, meaning it's probably baked in. Could they throw a 0.25, 0.75? Sure, but this is uncharacteristically low. I think they've telegraphed it so much. Even the dollar is literally bouncing back and forth. We're in the same exact range we were yesterday. Yesterday we were sitting right here, 10 o'clock. We're literally right there. No movement, 50% kind of, I don't want to say historic, but it's been a long time since we had to raise that big. The dollar is also showing us not a whole lot. And with the dollar now starting to go up with the U.S. session coming in, that's lining us up more for somewhat of a dollar short. Okay? That's getting us more for somewhat of a dollar short if we continue to rally up. Why would it be a dollar short on a 0.25 or a 0.5 raise? Because it's been so telegraphed at this point. It's kind of just there, right? Look at the indices; they're not really moving either. So Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar moved up. We talked about this 71.50. We just missed it actually by let's see. We hit it at 9 o'clock this morning. We missed it by 0.3 of a pip, right? 0.3 of actually. Let's see. This actually wasn't on the bottom. There's the green candle. Let's adjust this. I'd moved it the other day and I didn't fix it. There's the top. There's the bottom. So yeah, I missed it by yeah, it's 0.16. Okay, point 0.3 of a pip. I missed it by 3 pipettes. 3 pipettes got us on that one. I do think it is a sell area up top. With it this high, again, if you were able to grab something when it got it in close range, close proximity, I think that's a decent trade today. I don't actually have it up. Let me see. I had it up earlier and I let it time out. And again, we may get an opportunity of it pulling back again. Forex, knockouts. Yeah, the knockout one was a bit high. The knockout one is 71. I wanted to put this off. I had it up earlier. 71.66 is right there, right? I like that one because that's literally putting a knockout right on the other side of the zone. The risk is about $35 in it right now. So, I mean, again, it's already kind of pulled back from it. If you're using it as a trigger, the knockout goes from here, let's see, to 70.66, right? Oops, sorry. 70.66 right there. That's the knockout range. Okay. So again, he may or may not have got entered. I think the risk on there was pretty decent. It probably got down to probably about 25. So again, it's 25 for 75. I think that was a nice little trade setup. And again, that was on the Aussie dollar. Call spread wise, I had something for this one as well. It was the daily. Where was it? By the way, actually the daily was not good. Wait, where was it? Was it 7 to 3? There it was. It was a 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. I'm sorry, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Wait, why is it doing that? Stop. There we go. Yeah. 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. It's just outside of the money right now. If you're getting the contract now, it's about a $20 risk for about 182 in the other direction. It like I said, better up here, right? Better up top. But again, here I'll draw the call spread as well. It's 71.30, so 71.30 is right. It's right at the money right now. So again, the area to buy it was up top. It's a 71.30 down to 69.30. Right. There. So a lot more room to the downside, but such little tiny risk on it. Right. There's such small risk on that one. That one gets up to even just bringing it back down to the 70-30 level. Again, that's dropping to 50, 60 pips. Nice little risk to reward ratio trade. And again, when it was up here, we were at a zone turning. It was about $15 worth of risk, actually a little bit less than $15 per risk, right? Risk on that one. So again, not a horrible trade setup. And again, it went a little bit early. I thought it would take till 9:30 before we hit. It hit at 9. But anyway, you guys get the idea. Two different things. You should have been looking at this. This is a level we were looking at. Always check those on days like this. And again, even binary wise, I'll run over binaries real quick. I think Aussie dollar is the way to play this one today. Let's see, where is it? Forex, Aussie dollar. Where is it? 11 to 3. Let's see where it is right now with this. Yeah, so here. 70, what did I have? 70.80. It's adjusted a little bit. There's a 70.80 right here. That's like $11 worth of risk. Right? $11 worth of risk. Could it go that far down? Sure. It needs to move about 50 pips. Could FOMC send this down with dollar strength today? Sure. Sure. Right? It's 11, it's now $12, but it's $11. Right? All it needs to do to get to here, you're $11. You take 40 out in the other direction, you're over a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. And again, you may say, well, wait, isn't it already baked in? It is baked in, but as I said with Nadex, gold will go down and the dollar will get some strength as it goes up. It'll be the confirmation of it. It should push it down. It should go, right? It should go. And the risk is so small in it. And again, if it closes, I mean, if it shoots all the way down here and closes down here, again, you're risking $11 to make, $100. So you make $80 on it, or $88. Nice little setups, and again, on days like today. Aussie yen. So I mentioned Aussie yen is not as great of an FOMC play. You can see we've gone up a little bit. We still haven't quite gotten up to where this profit target is. It's hitting the same sellers, but it's not. I don't really love where it's at, if that makes sense. I think it could be turning at a better area. Could you trade it from here? Mm, kind of. Kind of. I do believe that the Aussie probably goes down today as well, for the same reason for Aussie yen. The difference is, I'm sorry, the Aussie dollar. The difference is with this one is, again, the yen is going to be a little bit more wonky today. I don't think we're going to have as much movement and as much sentiment in there with the yen. So you just kind of got to watch out for it, right? Um, I like it short, but I don't think it's as good a trade as the Aussie dollar. Euro pound. So euro pound, we base. Look at this. We bounce, 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 bounce. It ended up grabbing this little level right above, and then again, it made an attempt to come down. It found the buyers right here, right? And actually, let's draw the zone off of it. There's the zone. That's the zone that it took a bounce off of. So we didn't get a major reversal off that level. We got a small one, but we didn't get a major one. Like I said, there's no major headlines right now. Minus, well, we're gonna block oil. We're not gonna block oil. We're gonna block oil. We're not gonna block oil. Nothing new is there. Right now with this one, I'd say because we've cleared this, I don't care about the 71.8. I think this one probably reverts all the way back up, and it actually may kind of do a little bit of a front run right there. And I think that may be kind of where we want to look for it. So I don't care about this right now. We'll pull that off. Um, Probably looking for a short at 84.58, depending on if we're at a rollover on session. I could be, swayed into taking the 84.50. I think that's also an option out there as well. Looking for that to reverse down. Now, again, we're waiting for the pound interest rate with this rallying up. It also kind of favors, it also kind of pops in, and that pound interest rate is coming in right there. Okay. So I'd watch out for this. Again, news over there. If we pull over, again, it's a short in the overnight. And this is why, too, I think if we can get over there European session wise, the interest rate raises at 7 a.m. So it's not like an early morning. We could definitely send this down to be able to kind of send it back up for a weakness. Because I think it is kind of overall a little bit weak, but euro yen, totally flat. Here's our two sell zones. Nothing has changed since yesterday. The 137.41, 136.25. Not really anything to do with this. I mean, literally dead flat. It will have some play with the yen. Euro showing you that there's no strength in here. Again, I think the pound is just in preparation for the euro pound is only has movement because in preparation for the pound to raise the interest rates 0.25 tomorrow. But totally flat, nothing to trade. Euro dollar also back and forth. And again, we're still kind of going between these two levels we've talked about. They're up top. Again, like I said, the 105 is a big number. It's been tagged. Kind of would like to see this grind down to this level before news today. I would like to see a break of the 104.76 down here. Maybe even a break, like maybe we even adjust this yellow a little bit. We bring it into kind of this level. Maybe we even look at a break of 104.81. I'd like to be down there before this break. Not that it's not expected that they're going to raise it, but I feel like if we can get below 105 before they hike the interest rate, I feel like we could get down to like 104 flat, maybe 103.75 today in this one. Again, I'm kind of okay. I'm kind of okay getting short this one. There's not like, let me see real quick. Let me pull call spreads on this. Let me see if there's a cheap call spread on this one. Um, Nah, it's already got 20. I mean, it's $24 risk. The call spread on the other side is 226 max profit. It's all right. I mean, that's the 730. Let me go to the let's see the daily. Whoops. Let's see. Even the other daily one. There's a daily one as well. It's out of the money by like 10 pips, and it's $22 risk for 228 to the downside. It's kind of there already. Knockouts. Let me see. I think this one I had this one. Try to do my homework today. There's a knockout. There you go. Knockout just got broken. Like literally just got broken. Um, no, no knockouts on this one. Binary wise, is there a cheap binary on this one? Let me see on the dailies. There's one right here. There's one at 104.84. 104. Actually, it's right here, 104.84. There is a binary there, 3, right? Only 40 pips. It needs to move 40 pips on an interest rate today. Um, it's what? $16 risk, right? $16 risk. Sorry, it's $17 risk right now, right? Also could be one that kind of comes out. And again, $17 risk. If it gets that here before FOMC and you can get it off for like 55 because of the volatility, risking, spending $17 to take that off for 55, not a bad trade. Not a bad trade. Pound yen. So, pound yen, I'm liking how this one is coming down. And again, with interest rate rising tomorrow, it makes sense that it is having a weekday today. We've talked about a level right here at 162.11. Again, Harry Potter racetrack below. I think with compared to the yen today, I think this could be if we do not bounce again, and we've had really we've had 3 bounces. This hit number 4. If we start to get the base in here, I think there's a shorting opportunity, right? And again, we talked about this yesterday. Break a 162.11. Drop, base, pullback, grab that level, look for 161.49 to the downside, 140, 161.50. So same sentiment as yesterday. Pound dollar. So we're trying to see if we got a big push down yesterday. We were looking for it, some type of a headline, news, something. This is actually what we kind of drew. We talked about this was the actual draw for FOMC, not yesterday at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It was actually for today at 3 p.m. So it's more this is what we were kind of talking about, right? And then the 7 o'clock or 7 over here. This is kind of more what we were talking about. Just again, we were over here, so I just drew it. Looking for this one to kind of tank, spike down to 123, and then look for a bit of a reversal. I think this one is also there. I don't think there's anything cheap in this one. Actually, let me see if there's a hidden. I didn't check weekly on this one, and I wanted to. It's too far away. It's too far away. Let's see. 3, 7. Oops, not that one. No, nothing in that one. Is there a knockout on a pullback? There is a knockout on a pullback. Let me see something real quick. 124.92. It's pretty high. It's all the way up here. Trying to see if there was a knockout situated somewhere in here, but there's not. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I was trying to see if we could find like a little hidden level in there. Unfortunately, it's moved a bit too much in this session. And again, they're just preparing for the dollar strength. So, again, this is one of those ones if we can. It's preparing to move ahead of time. So it's not a ton there. Look at that ISM services, and again, I kind of expected services to come in low. Not surprised with that one at all. Look at that. It's bad for the dollar. Really? Because it's going down. Dollar CAD. So dollar CAD just based off this level that we talked about yesterday, and again with oil up today, kind of surprising that it's moving this much. But yesterday we talked about 128.13. I just moved it over. We just hit off of it. That one is out. Let's take this so we don't confuse people. We'll leave that one up there. Yeah, I mean, this trade's already in, so I think this trade is fine if you were in this one in the overnight. Obviously, at this point, your stop loss is a break even. Your profit target is sitting right there. There's your 1 to 3, which is right where sellers are coming in at that old 23.6 level. Yeah, so again, this is early morning. This is a European session trade. 5:30 reversal. So you're already in. There's not much I can really say about this one. You're almost a profit. Your stop loss should be at this point obviously a break even. You should actually be locking it in, kind of moving up a little bit, banking some. At this point, let's say you're up at what? Yeah, you're 2 to 1 right now. So I mean, if anything, lock it in at 1 to 1. Yeah, just play it, ride it, lock it. You should be good. And again, all that was a 50% retracement. We're using the actual demand zone above it, not the actual touch of it. We weren't using the 6 to 1 8. We weren't taking that much risk on it. But again, nice reversal. Session open. 50% retracement off the previous high. And again, target for this one up top. Again, I would say this. Obviously, the 128 is where the first sellers are coming in. I think overall, if you're going to pick a target for it, though, I think that's where we're really looking is 129.07 today, after the kind of confirmation of FOMC. Okay. Dollar Swiss also said, I was hoping for it that it was going to kind of base and then give us the rally. It rallied up. So what's interesting about this one is this one I would say is actually kind of, I almost looking at this, I may say, hey, listen, we actually may want to short this one. Why? We're hoping for the rally up. I told you yesterday I'm bullish dollar Swiss. I have no reason whatsoever to sell this one. And it just maintained and held. I was hoping for a bit of a pullback, and then we would go long before the release. It's kind of already done it. This one has already actually fundamentally shown me that it's more of it's lined up more for a short than it is a long. And again, this would be kind of that disappointment trade, like, oh God, we disappointed, and then it comes right back down again. Like it's already baked in on this one. Fundamentally, again, it will bring strength to the dollar. There's nothing strong about the Swiss, but we are banking off of a 4-hour time zone for right now. So the moves kind of happened already. Kind of wanted to see it later, but you know, like I said, this is could bring us some weakness in here, right? Could bring us some weakness. And again, a lot of it's going to be how much movement do we have ahead of time, right? Dollar yen. So dollar yen magically is doing nothing. We had drawn a top, we had drawn a bottom, and again, this was basically two different shorts, and it's just going flat. Okay. And again, this is basically showing you what's happening with the Dow, right? The markets are kind of locked, and the markets don't know what's going to happen. I don't see a lot of movement in this one. I would also be extremely cautious. I've warned you guys before. Dollar yen is typically not something you want to trade with the interest rates in particular. You can trade non-farm payroll with it, but interest rates, it's a very hard one to trade. It takes a little bit more finesse, and again, that is finesse that as a trader you don't always need to have. It's better to go with the high probability than trying to nail this one and just crush it, right? Um, yeah, yeah, it's better to again take the higher probability trade. Um, but I think this one has the ability to be short in either direction. Again, it'd be more of a disappointment, and like I said, I still can't figure out why they could do a 0.25, but maybe they try it. Anyway, it looks like it is a crypto special day today. It looks like they're not really rolling a lot into the dollar. And again, this is more of that kind of risk on type scenario. You don't see this too much where, again, indices are kind of split, kind of down. NQ is advancing a little bit. VIX is down. Again, kind of weird that you're seeing the cryptos up as much as they are, 3%. But again, they're at the peak kind of, you know, almost standing on that cliff like they want to drop. So yeah, you look at this and it's kind of like, got to be a little careful there, right? Got to be a little careful. Um, so yeah, we're not trading these on this channel, but I think both of them in the same type of scenario, looking for a drop. But it's just showing you that money is rolling back into that realm today, as they're kind of losing faith in kind of the dollar of where it should be. Um, let's look at CL. So as we mentioned before, not really going to do a new setup today on this one. Again, we're seeing it kind of come. It is pulling back right now. Let's see. Let's drop down to 5, and there can be an argument made that there's a level sitting right here. Okay, so we're back up to 78, so I don't care about this anymore. As you guys can see, oh, by the way, if you were here yesterday, we talked about the 102.20. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it came down to 102.09. So there was our entry from yesterday. It just needed to come over here, and there was your full profit target. So had you attended yesterday, you're welcome. Right? It was a $1.20 move. You were able to grab on the top side of that one. And hold on. I know it's here. I deleted it. There you go. It was a pullback to a level that we were looking at. We had marked off that level as an old 23.6, so an old level, basically an old level becoming, helping us with a new level. So that's where the setup came from yesterday. Okay. So, but again, that was one from yesterday that was easy to bank. Yeah, right now I would say that, let's see. Is this a new? Yeah, it's close. It's close enough to a 23 for people to be getting long this one. I'd say that's probably enough stabilization. I'd say right now it does look like more of a long. It's a little bit early, right? 10:15. It's a little bit early, but I would say right now is probably more of a long. Again, there's a couple levels in here. We're gonna put a level there, and then there's obviously this level right here. So there's kind of two, but right now I would say that the way that it's holding off this one, I wish we were a couple minutes further, but I'd say that there's probably a long position here. It only needs to go to there. You know what? Let me look at it real quick. Because I have it up on the screen. Let me pull crude real quick. 9 to 11. What do we got here? By the way, I just want to let you guys know. Had a conversation with Big T and was like, "Hey, who's doing these contracts?" I was looking at a call spread yesterday. It was out of the money with 47 or 40 $43 worth of risk on a $100 call spread. I was like, why would anybody in the right mind trade an out of the money call spread, Todd, with $43 worth of risk? Right? It's not even FOMC day. It's $43 worth of risk. It's basically a one to. It's going to cost me $43 to get in, right? So I can make 56 in the other direction for an out of the money call spread. And he's like, yeah, that's ridiculous. So supposedly Todd is getting involved with that side. So Todd will start having control, not control, but like he'll have input on that one. They're expanding that department. So whenever you guys see those things, please, please, please screenshot them and send them to me so I can say, hey, listen, this is some number one BS right here. This needs to be fixed. So, and when I've complained in the past, they have tried to make adjustments. Um, but something like that with a at 9:20 in the morning on a 2-hour call spread that's out of the money by a couple points with $43 worth of risk, no. No. So, um yeah. But again, when you see them, please send me them so I can take them and you know, I can complain. I don't want to say complain, but I guess complain is the right word, right? Um Hold on one sec. Um yeah. So, yeah, looks like this was already going to move. It's already trying its best. Look at this. It's already doing its thing. So we'll come back to it. We got about 12 more minutes to go on that. Natural gas. Yeah. So kind of said it. Anytime there's a pullback, we did get a pullback from yesterday. From our discussion on Monday, both the targets got cranked. It did pull back yesterday morning on the 3rd at 10 o'clock. We were right here. Actually, at 12 is right where we were at for Nadex. I said buy on the pullback. It did. It pulled back. I don't even know. Was that may have been. I thought I adjusted this. Let me pull it. Was that a 23? It was kind of. It was a little bit deep of a 23. It kind of. This is one of those ones that 23 pullback traders hate because they entered on this one. We're like, oh, it just pulled back to the 23. I'm going long, and then bam, they're like, yes, and then it came back down and went lower, and they said, oh crap, and then it went higher again. They're like, yeah, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, and then boom, they got stopped out, and they're like, and then it came back up, and then it went through and based, and again, here was kind of the basing level. It took that old 23 level where it stopped out fib traders, and what did it do? Up. European session sent it down, and 6 o'clock, boom, off to the races. So again, I don't think this is it. I don't think this is done. I hate to say this, but like I feel like at this point, um, I don't want to do this, but let's see. I mean, where do we pull? Actually, I guess it's probably at the extension now. Yeah, we're at the 38 right now. Yeah, so that's kind of scary. But let's move this a little bit. Let's move this bottom. Where's I lost it? Where'd it go? That trades out. I got too many things on here. Let's pull it from here. Yeah, we just banked off the 50. Yeah, that's always fun. It's like, oh, it came all the way up. So let's move this and let's go. I'm gonna delete it because it's really having a hard time with it. Let's go here. Actually, let's. All right, we're gonna have some fun with this one. Let's go up. All right, so we know that the 23, based off of this, the 23 is there. Let's go with the fib tool here. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. I want to go with the fib-based extension. Let's go. Let's pull it back to a 23. Looks like. Kind of looking for something. Let's put it here. Oh, that's definitely not what I wanted. Uh, it's like not what I wanted. Price note. 50% fib x. Oops. It's nice when I can spell. It's this one, text label. All right. I got to get it off because it's too busy. It would turn me into James. So there we go. Right. $8.67. Oh, that sounds so horrible. So bad. Anyway, you got to keep that on your radar. $8.67 is our next major move. Again, if we use the 23 pullback, so I'd hate to say that that's not a reality, but that's a reality, guys. Sucks. Gold. I will tell you that I fill up after I dropped the boys off this morning. I filled up $71 to fill up the car. I say car because it's a Kia, like a Sorrento. But yeah, $71. I was like, oh, this sucks. This is bad. Yeah, I'm not happy about it. Our Sam's Club pricing now is up to $4.17. I liked it when it was 355 when we had the gas holiday on. And then it kind of got I don't know if it removed fully or half of it came off, and then when it jumped to $4 instantly, and now in the last week we're up to 417. So it's not trending in the direction that I want it to trend. That strategic oil reserve release not helping me one penny. So because when they announced it, it was 355. Now we're up to 417. Yeah, not happy. Yeah, gold. I would say, gold looks like it is trying to put in some sort of a base here. It's having some problems. This may be where the short position is out of it. And again, this is kind of sloppily drawn, but um, and you know the funny thing, Randy's not talking. I was like, the funny thing about me complaining about $4.17 oil. Marina's like, I just paid $6.75. What are you talking about? I know it's over six. I think she said 6.25, something like that. 6.25 maybe, somewhere in there. I think. So yeah, I would say that this could be a potential area for gold. Again, if we can get a standard Harry Potter before the news, um, a breakthrough of 1860. So I think this one comes down below. I think we can get down to 1844 today. Again, it's a level we had marked off. Silver already on its way down. Silver's again. We talked about 22. We're close. I'm 28 cents off. I missed it here by 9 cents. Come on, 22. We've been calling these, and it's taking a little bit of time, but man, we're going. And then we start running into some buyers down here. It's kind of like, man, can we get down to like 2150 before the end of the week? Yeah, it's on its way. Again, I think it's going. I think it's good. I think we're good. Again, same reason why everything on gold. I think it's there. So let's jump back up and see what CL is doing. It looks like CL is already. Oh no, it's not out yet. It's close. It's almost out. It's the news is 5 minutes from dropping and it's almost done. So looks like it's going to be a pre-release jobby. And actually, if it doesn't take us out fully, how much did it miss by? 52 and the target's 57. So we got within 5 cents. If this is already not, it actually may be a shorting opportunity because of how much it's already moved. But look, we had that basing. 1 minute base confirmation, halted for news, and look at that. All its pre-movement is actually taking us higher. So we'll see. We got 5 minutes, so we'll come back to it. VIX wise, I don't need 1 minute VIX. It's gonna 1 minute VIX is kind of insane. Oops, sorry, 15 minutes. What I'm looking for. Yeah, VIX is continuing to go down. I mean, a little bit of a jump, obviously, at the open, because obviously new trading session, but it's kind of holding firm. I wouldn't say, I'm not super concerned about this right now. Um, oops. Um, right. So, just so everybody knows, my the boy's mother messaged me and says that Reese needs food. He's texting me that he's starving and he didn't eat breakfast and lunch is not enough. I don't have a car at the moment. Her husband is using it. So my kid was sitting downstairs for 10 minutes playing on his phone and didn't eat breakfast. So guess what my response is going to be? He's going to go hungry today. So how else is he going to learn? I'm not driving food over to his school. So yeah, he was there for 10 minutes playing on his phone this morning and didn't eat breakfast. It's a hard knock life, buddy. It's a hard knock life. All right, so yes, and yes, maybe I'm heartless, but again, this is the enabled society that my ex-wife has put my child in. That he just text messages her and says, "Mommy, I need food. Bring it to the school." And she's like, "Yep, I'm going to do it," and I'm not going to do it. Just for the record, everybody knows you played on your phone for 10 minutes. You can eat what the school lunch provides. Good old Michelle Obama. She, got them good school lunches. Not really, but again, you ask for food at school. Otherwise, you need to learn how to eat. ES on the 15. So I would say right now, 9:30 this morning was not an opening base trade setup. Not really a level. I mean, there's some buyers there, but I wouldn't be looking at that saying, "Oh, those are great buyers." If anything, I'd still be looking the fact that it was a 50%, even on a 15 minute. If anything, there was a kind of an early morning trade at 7:30. I mean, I guess you could have said, "Well, it's still kind of in that range. Should we be short?" And my answer would have been yes. Again, it's the same level we talked about. It was flat. It was at a level. It was the same level we talked about yesterday, being a sure possibility. It's kind of there. Again, there are buyers stabilizing this, so now would be a time where we do see a little bit of a reversal up, if anything. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit of reversal. I think overall, I think that the sentiment is going to be that, oh my God, this is so horrible. The rising interest rates. I really feel like it's baked in. I really feel like 2:30 is when we're going to get that's where the noise is coming. I almost want to say like the way to play ES today. I feel like we're gonna when the news comes out that they raise it. I feel like we're gonna get a drop because every retail trader and their brothers like they raised interest rate. Holy crap, short, and they're gonna hit it. And then like I think we're gonna just have like an end of the day like just like straight back retracement, right? Like if this is what it looks like, right? I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we actually close higher than what we open. Like if we actually end up green today, I won't be surprised. And people are like, "Well, how is this possible?" It's because everybody's trying to short the market. They're going to see that bad number, and all the retail traders are going to short. And every large bank is going to be like, "Oh my God, give them every position that they want to short." And which again will kind of inflate it because it's kind of baked in. I feel like at this point, unless it's a 0.75, then all bets are off, and 0.25, all bets are off. So um, let's see. Let me actually put a new. See where that takeoff point could potentially be. I'm going to remove this old one. I'm just going to pull it back. Let me pull it back. We're going to pull it back to here, right? Hmm. There could be a little 1030 reversal going on right now because of look at this. Look at this right here. Here. Higher. 23, 1030. Hmm. Trying to see what the oil number is because it is 1030. I know they got the button. Look at that. The API report was completely off. So yeah, so it looks like the pre-position. So let's see if that trade got taken out. It didn't. Look at that. Look at that reversal. Look at that sneaky. Look at that. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Drove up into a zone again. There was a basing. The long trade was the good one, and it made it so close. And then again at 29, when it failed to go higher, yeah, you definitely would have wanted to take profit in that one. Once it failed to go any higher on that pullback. So yeah, look at that, sneaky, sneaky. Almost made it. So yeah, worst case you made a couple. Let's see. Worst case on this one you made. It was only about a 50-cent raise. So yeah, it pulled back into this level here. You probably made 25 cents on it. Not that much in NCL. Very small one today. But look at that, man. It's it's almost like the market knew, right? Again, there was your pre-news trade, but it's almost like the market knew. And again, once it did that failure right beforehand, you're like, oh, it's going down, and it is. So again, there was the initial trade. There was the peak on that one. Would have been, let's see, it made it to 1 to 2.5. Yeah, 1 to 2.5 is where that one made it. So you absolutely would, without a doubt, would not have gotten stopped. You would not have taken a loss on that one. But let's check the other side of this one, because again, that failure to go higher right there, right before the news. Again, we were looking at the other thing. Kind of one of those things. Yeah, look at that. There's your 1 to 3 on the downside. But very muted today. Only 25 cents. That's small. Oil inventory can go $1, $1.50. This is very tiny today. I mean, it's going to obviously move down because everybody predicted a minus 3.4 down draw, and magically we have a surplus. But my gas price is still going higher. So, yeah. So the reality is we have extra gas out there, guys, but my gas prices are still going higher. Thank you. Look at that. Is that going to turn off that level? I really hope it doesn't. But anyway, let's go back to NQ. So NQ on the 15-minute. Ooh, so that's interesting. So we were talking about this NQ short breaking through 12,959. We are coming through, and it's through. It's trying to form that base to go lower. Question is on this one. Let's see. 2 o'clock is right here. Ooh. ATR on this one is 29 points. 15-minute ATR is 29 points. From where we are now, we need it to go. Let's see. So that's 4 bars. Make it 8 bars because we're going through. 8 bars is right there. We need to move 129. If it's 29, again, we're giving it a buffer. So look at this. So 8 bars. So the 15-minute ATR, and again, I know that it's going to slow down, obviously, as we get through 10:30 to 12. That's why I'm doubling the bars. But technically, the target of this trade is 103 points down. Okay, it's less than 4 times. Okay, I'm using 8 bars to say, okay, listen, let's cut that ATR in half. Instead of being 29, let's just say 15, right? But we add 8 bars to be able to kind of overcome that time frame, right? That still gives us another hour and a half before FOMC. That's not necessarily a bad little trade there, right? There's the 103. Not a horrible short. Not a horrible short at all. Let's see if we can get a base and a pullback. If you're not, if you don't want to take this super aggressively, let's see if we can get a base and a pullback. But that's not horrible. That's yeah. Like I said, I just measured that out from where we are right now. FOMC is 14 bars away. 14 bars. It's got an ATR right now 30. Right? 4 bars is right there. There's its ATR. That's not bad. It's not a bad little short. Seeing this one come down from here down to here. In preparation for that. Again, remember we had targets listed all the way down below. Here. That's not bad. I'm kind of okay with that one. YM. Let's see what we got here with YM. Did YM have an open? Not really. Actually, I guess you could have said that it did. It kind of pulled so. This is where your zone again. It looks really stretched out, but it's more like this. There's your 930 pullback. Again, very very fast trade. So far it looks like 1 to 3 is right there. And again, you can see it blew through the top. So there's your 1 to 3. ES, I thought it was no. Yeah, ES was a no. 9:30 is right here. Yeah, so it was not a level for ES. NQ at 9:30 would have already been in a trade. The 9:30 candle is right here. Again, would have already been in that other trade that we know. So again, no entry on that one. YM absolutely would have been a trade, and again, it was a long and reversal compared to everything else. That was a good one. So 1 to 3. And Russell, it did a pullback, but again, I wouldn't say that would have been. It didn't make it up. The basing level was here. It looks like we just missed it. Um, yeah, the 9:30 is right here. It started the pullback. It did not get entry, so it sucks. That was a great short. Wow, that was a good short. Look at that. Yeah, 27 down. That would have been a great short, but unfortunately, it missed it by a little bit. So it looks like 1 out of 4 actually entered. None of them failed today. Again, um, yeah. So Russell today. Let's see where could Russell go to? We hit the 78. I don't care about that anymore. Let's pull that one. Let's do the same thing. Looks like there was our old peak, but we kind of punched through. There is basing there. There is basing right there, and then bam, we are off to the races down below. That short is out. Let's remove that now. I don't need this level. Question is, can we break through this one and go low? Look at this. Look at this. Um, right there. Um, I'd say for me today, my short targets are all the way down here. 1840. I like to see what we do at this level. There may be some buyers step in. We'll see if we can't reverse now with these guys. Again, I'd look for this one to break through the 1864 level. Racetrack potential. And again, Russell should be affected pretty easily by the interest rates. So it is one of those ones that I feel like Russell has the ability to really tank today. Um, but again, fuel costs higher. Obviously, fuel costs higher, and the confirmation of the point 0.5. And again, if they confirm that going forward, it's going to be another point 0.5 and another point 0.5 in a row, should paint a very, very negative picture. So, if at if between 1 and 2 o'clock we see the Russell kind of pull up at all, definitely look to take this one short. I think Russell has the ability to go down the farthest today. But again, it's too early to tell right now. But look at this 1867 number. There's something going with that 1867 number. Again, it was a zone. It pushed it to the brink, and it's at the 50%, so it'll act as a little bit of a trap when we finally do break it. Old becomes new. Right? Old buyers become new sellers with targets down to 1840. So I kind of like that one. I think that one's pretty decent. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Um, See how much CL is moving. Yeah, look, CL is already starting to rally back. It did turn off that level. Wow. It did turn off those. Look at that. Almost got all the way up. Would have gotten entry based off the pre-movement. And again, let's see where it moves from here. Look at that. Almost, it's pulled almost all the way back. So look at that turn. I love those people. So let's see. What's dollar doing? Look, dollar is more set for a weak position today. Yeah. Yeah, we're sitting right there. So interesting stuff. Anyway, that'll be it for today. Again, that one kind of a funny thing. I love this. We shifted it 108, 180 minutes earlier due to source rescheduling. Yeah. So they, for some reason, again, he's the president. I don't know what source would make him move his. I mean, I don't know how many sources are more powerful than Biden. Like if Biden says, "Hey, I'm going to speak at 2 o'clock today," don't you think the president of the United States, right? Wouldn't that guy have some sway, right? Some street cred that when he says he's going to speak, that he could go on at that time, but his it got shifted due to source scheduling. So he's not as important as the FOMC statement, I guess. Oh no. Um, Balance runners come and say. So again, watch out for that one. Again, I think this press conference is really going to tell us where it is. Protect your positions. You guys know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Protect your positions. Put limited risk things on. Make sure that the volatility is not crazy. If you can get in a little bit beforehand, that works out even better. And who knows? Maybe they give us that crazy 0.75 and Pal's like, well, I told you I wanted the front run, and Bullard's like, yeah, baby, yeah. So we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and do the drawing today. Neuro going in big today. Neuro did win yesterday, so Neuro is going for 100. Everybody else is going for 50. Now, Debbie, we talked about this the other day, pip chip management. When you're going for your third victory, you go in big. Your second victory, you can go in a little bit big. You don't need to go all in like Neuro, but I think Neuro's trying to take advantage of Ernest, being, kind of low key today. So, got to learn. Pip chip management is extremely important. It's a whole science in itself, right? Permaban on Ernest. Yeah, I know. So anyway, let's close it down. And winner of today's drawing is this Neuro take two. And again, I don't know what the odds are based off the quick numbers. With 13, Neuro is almost at 50. Neuro should be at what, like 45%. Let's see if he takes it. Is statistics the big winner today? Yes. 46. I was off by one percentage point, right? I said 45. It was 46.15. So again, Price is Right. Brian wins. I did not go over, right? I didn't have to do $1. I got within 1%. Look at that. Just like that. So mark that as complete. Let's give Neuro his 100, just so, because I know it's heating up top. Oh! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! There's a new number 4 in the house. I think that's why Neuro went in with 6. I think Neuro looked at the board. Uh-oh! Wow. Look at that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, so with that said, FOMC, don't forget we have OPEC JBMMC tomorrow, and we have the official bank rate notice and everything else tomorrow morning. So a lot going on. Pip chips obviously heating up as well. You guys have a good trading day today. I would like to see a lot of profit statements from everybody talking about how good they did with FOMC release today, how you knew what was going to happen, how you saw the market pre-position it, and how you took advantage of the retail traders out there, because there's going to be a ton of them out there. So with that said, you guys have a great day. I'll catch you tomorrow. Take care.